released two other variants, one in the Cheesie system scheme and another in the Santa Fe scheme. Not gonna lie, both of these look way better variants compared to the big boy.
Hello everyone, as you saw from the intro, I've got my hands on the Monogram Cheesie system Hudson. Now, at the time when I got my Monogram New York Central Hudson, I did have plans on getting the Cheesie system variant. But not to the point where I really want to get one very, very soon. Until I got reminded of the good old days of the 80s and 70s model railroading. And after I did a humanized drawing of the Monogram Hudson. So yeah, now after turning the Monogram Cheesie system Hudson to an OC, named Melody by the way, I really wanted to get one, and I got one. Of course, I paid a bit more for this one, unlike the New York Central Hudson. The Hudson cost like $19. But with this model, I paid $20 more plus $20 more. Basically, I got this kit for like $30, but hey, got free shipping. But if any eBay sellers are watching this video, just like to remind you that these kits are not rare. These are somewhat very common, and to be honest, not many people. Well, there are people out there that want to get these kits, but not to a point where the prices deserve to skyrocket. I would just like to point that out because I don't want people pointing the finger at me in case the prices for these Monogram kits go skyrocketing like an IHC locomotive. Damn you, SMT man. The Cheesie system Hudson box has somewhat the same wear and tear from the New York Central Hudson box that this kit came in, but it's not that bad. It's presentable. This side of the box is bent in. Yeah, let's go over the sides of the box. Oh yeah, there's actually a picture out there of the Cheesie system box unopened, like the template of it. So if you want to remake the box yourself for storage reasons, then go search the Cheesie system Hudson on Google and print it out on cardboard or paper of your choice and make it. If you need measurements, the box is basically 12 inches long and around 6.5 inches long. Rough estimate, but it's out of ruler, so. Okay, so while editing all the footage together, I just realized that while recording the box comparisons, I realized that the camera was paused the entire time. The only time when I unpaused it is when I thought I paused the damn camera. So we have to do the comparisons again. Because I'm now seeing how much effect, so much wear this box has compared to the Cheesie system. Wait, is it? Or just the same? I'm just seeing things. Oh well, that's no important besides this box is already fine as is. Right, so little fun fact, so the Cheesie system box follows the same premise as the Monogram Hudson. The name of it, snap title, the series these two kits are part of, HO gauge, since these are 1/87 scale and can fit on your track. Same shots except different angles. What I don't get is why they didn't include the entire back part of the cab, back frame, where it has the rear windows and they covered the seats. It may be because this model was still in development and didn't thought to include those. Or it could be, and I just thought of this, or it could be to show the cab interior and it's full, to see how it will look like if painted and whatnot. Because now thinking about it, you can't really see the cab if that back frame of the cab is covering most of the cab. Anyway, the part of the reason why. Anywho, here the front ends. Again, out of the three Newark Central Hudson, out of the three Monogram J3 Hudson variants, the Cheesie Systems Special is my top favorite because I really love the pilot and cow catcher on this model and the number board. It really makes this model pop. Anyway, that's one end. Now we go to the other side. Right, so on this side, you got the same thing. Oh, it looks like the model was weathered. Or probably a mishap with the painting, with the printing. Or probably the type of under primer coat they use. Probably use paint coat. That's my assumption. Anyway, so it shows the model completed, just in different angles. New York Central, Cheesie System, same stuff. It's kind of weird how the Cheesie System kit says age 8 through adult. Yeah, on the New York Central it says age 12 through adult. It would have made sense if they put 12 through adult on this box, because you do have to paint the underframe of the engine black since the entire kit is molded blue. Anyway, so the New York Central kit was 1105 and the Cheesie System kit was 1106. So basically, I mean, this is the second variant of the three that Monogram made. I explained more about the variants in the New York Central Monogram kit video. Anyway, back here shows the same stuff. A short summary of the locomotive and this kit. Short summary in this kit. And different languages of the summary and little glimpse of the kit. And the other side is basically the same. So yeah, that's the quick overview. And I'd just like to mention, you probably already note this, But you can actually see the New York Central Hudson model in the background. No, I just realized that you can actually see the wooden table they shot this picture on. That's just like the punt those out. It's not anymore. So yeah, there's all the parts. Ooh, that's a lot of flashing. I don't think there was this much flashing on the Hudson kit. Oh well, it's not that bad. Flashing can be taken off. This is the undercarriage. And here's the front part of the engine. Yeah, this is the part that they change off from the Hudson kit. And also they removed the lamp piece on the chassis system kit and replaced it with a number board, which, where is it? This thing was in the bag, and I think please don't tell me I already lost it. Oh, I'll look for it later. Also, here's the decals. Chassis Steam Special, the chassis system, tender paint scheme. Yeah, this big chassis system tender decal might be scary to put on. But before we go into that, yeah, this decal sheet looks really nice and it looks way better in looks way better than the Hudson decals, but they did work. Just that when they were still on their decal sheet, they got a bit of water damage. But either way, that kit was still good. Yeah, later on I need to take a photo scan of this and print paper stickers, since I'm worried I might mess these up. Alright, I believe this instruction pen flip is the same, just with a few things changed around. I think they're on the other side. Yep. The part 24. And where's the cow catcher? I think is at the other side. Oh, right there. Different cow catcher. Yeah, so just like the Hudson kit, just put a few parts changed here and there. Let me check on part 24. Oh, there it is. I was worried it got clipped off and flew away. But no, there it is, right there. Can't see it well since everything is goddamn blue. But yeah, there it is. I can't build the kit right now since it's getting dark outside. But as of right now, I might as well just go over. I'll go through a quick overview of just the chassis system Hudson kit. Since I already covered the Monogram Hudson kits and variants in my New York Central kit build video. So I'm gonna just put it in this box and get ready tomorrow. Get it real close. now. Okay, so this is like literally a day after the first clip of the video. Since yesterday, I just got the supplies I needed in the afternoon. It was already turning like 6 p.m. so I didn't want to spray paint most of the parts black when it's already going to turn. But it's already the afternoon, going to turn dark soon. But I'm going to spray paint most of the parts right now. So here's the plan. I'm going to paint this tree and this tree completely black with Rust-Oleum. But yeah, I moved my model train controllers from the middle to the corner. Go spray them with a flat black. I also have to mask off the bottom of the boiler since I also want the bottom of the boiler to be blue. I took out the smaller pieces since I fear that the force of the spray paint might fling these off from the tree. Need to do a photo scan of these. Also, for not only for me, but for y'all, if y'all ever mess up with y'all chassis system decals. Which hopefully I won't, because I really do not want to resort to paper stickers, because it's gonna cover up all these rivets and gonna look like the railroad posted a billboard like something on the side of the tender. It's not sticker paper, but it's just like sticker paper. Basically, the paper that you print on your address and whatnot on basically shipping label sticker paper, but still works either way. Especially with the printer, since it's 8.5 inches and 11 inches long. So yeah, but you get what I mean. I won't be placing the decals on the model today. Well, I will, but not right now, since I need decal solution. Since I just realized the decal solution I use for the Hudson has evaporated, even though they've been in here the rest of the time. So yeah. Anyway, enough stalling. Let's get outside and start painting. Ooh, I broke the step. I have to fix that super glue. Oh, I broke another step. Back a bit. For those people that I yearn for an ASMR shop. Okay, all the parts feel dry, and I believe they are dry due to the Texas heat, and it's a bit breezy outside, but not to the point where dirt can fly onto the pieces. But yeah, I'm really I'm really happy on how this paint turned out. I should try that technique more when I paint other models instead of just spraying up close with my finger on the nozzle the entire time. Anyway, yeah, I love how the flat black turns out on this model. I might spray this with a satin finish, or I'll still go with this semi-gloss coat like I did with the Hudson, which I do believe I did spray the Hudson with the semi-gloss coat, or it might be the RC Bandit model. Might need to go back and check, but yeah, all the parts I painted. Now it's time for kit building. Just like the Hudson, the New York Central Hudson, she rolls. Though a bit roughly due to the paint, and yeah, I need to repaint the chrome and silver. It's like putting golden bars in a locomotive. Ah, there we go. She's hefty now. So this is how the Cheesie system Hudson Melody stands as of right now. Yes, you see a few mishaps here and there and everywhere. But she coming out pretty nicely. If I can, hold on, let me disconnect it from the tender. There we go. So here's the cap. That's supposed to be tan color. But that's supposed to be like a peach color. But the peach color I use is way too whitish. So in a later date, luckily I didn't glue the boiler top half of the boiler. Luckily I didn't glue down the top half of the boiler. But in a future day, I might go and repaint that black or green, depending on what I want. Yeah, here's the actual cap detail. It's not that bad. Yeah, I accidentally touched the running board and now I had to redo it again. I think the white marks are coming from the thinner. Yeah, I want to weather this model now to hide all these imperfections, but not to the point where she's very dirty. Again, this is like a Cheesie special, an excursion exhibit train. Luckily, I still have these weathering kits. Right, so I'm not sure when am I going to Hobby Lobby. Probably in way afternoon. But to pass the time, I'm gonna paint up the track and put a satin finish on the Hudsons and big boy track. So we went to Hobby Lobby, but unfortunately they didn't have the decal solution. They did have car weights. I can use. They do have car weights, which what I'm going to use for the Mallory project. Without decal solution, I don't feel that much confident adding the decals on the Cheesie system Hudson. So I took my gamble, got up a little bowl, poured warm water in it, which will later turn cool thanks to my air conditioning, and just went in. hoping for the best, and with the thought in the back of my mind thinking, oh, I can just seal everything with a satin finish, it will all be good at the end.
Way back then, daring men risked their names to fortune's when they blazed trails of iron rails to the west. By the tracks that they laid down, sprang up farmland, mill and town, our young nation's generation manifest. We will celebrate their dream with a giant steam machine, with the glory of a mighty engine blast. She has served the people, so to the people she will go, an exciting steam and titan from the past.
My Monogram Cheesie system Hudson is complete. And my God, even with the blemishes and imperfections on this model, she still looks pretty good. Well, I'ma just point the blemishes out of the way. Okay, first of all, the silvering on the decals. I need to reach in that area where it's still blue. And yes, of course, I need to fix up this decal since, you know, you can see the bubbles. You can see where the decal you can see where the body actually bleeds through the decal. The other side isn't that good, but it's not as bad in my opinion. Actually, never mind, it is. If you're going towards the light. But even with all those downfalls, I'm still proud of this model. I'm sort of proud on the weathering I did on the boiler. Also, I'm surprised how the number didn't turn out as bad as I thought. Though on one side you can still see the silver backing, but on one side it kind of well hidden. Also, the wheels. So you're wondering what happened with the silver on the wheels. Okay, so a bit of story. On one side, I already painted the wheels all silver. Well, not the wheels, the rods. All silver with a few, but no black chips or whatever. But when I turned the model on one side and saw the silver rod, but the flat black fake valve gear, I instantly fell in love, and I kind of regret painting one side of the fake valve gear silver. But I had to paint the other side silver to match the other side since it would bother me. So after I paint this fake valve gear silver, I thought of a compromise. And this compromise is, I put a bit of black Sharpie on a tissue and just sponge it on the rods, still leaving a bit of black on the rods to, you know, kind of represent grease, oil, and dirt all caking up on the rods as the engine goes along the track. Yes, this model does roll just like my New York Central Hudson, except it jams a bit. Also, I say this time and time again, I really, really love this Chesapeake, Ohio cow catcher. I really love it. Especially in flat black. I might one day in the future reshoot the front cow catcher with a flat black. No, I mean with a flat clear coat. But as it stands right now, it still looks nice. was I kind of wish Monogram were to add a piece where it has the number boards and bell on top of here, just like the real 312. But oh well, the model still looks nice either way. And besides, with my OC Melody, she isn't the real life 312. She's this model, the Monogram model. The model that uses the J3 Hudson body. And there's something I really like about this tender. And, well, two things. Number one is the cold weathering I did on the front of the tender. You can see all the coal dust on the footplate of the tender. And a bit of coal powder on the coal itself. And up here too. Again, this is like the Tamiya weathering kit powders, not like actual coal. The Cheesie Steam Special tender rolls really smoothly. Even with my fingers, it just rolls smoothly. And that's because all the trucks are sort of facing forward and straight. Unlike on my New York Central tender, the rear truck is perfectly straight. I can still roll all the wheels with one finger. But the front truck, if you look closely, yeah, this truck frame kind of points down. These two wheels can roll, but I have to give a bit of force to roll this wheel. Yeah, this wheel needs weather. This wheel needs a bit of oil. I went on and on about the blemishes on the locomotive and how even though this model has so many blemishes, I still love it. How is the model itself, if it was made by a professional modeler, compared to New York Central Hudson kit? Well, they're practically the same if I'm being honest. And even being honest, that's the truth. Monogram deliberately used the same mold. But even with that, I still love this model. It has a unique paint scheme and is actually based after another real-life engine, just with the same wheelbase, just that it uses a different type of Hudson body. And this type of modeling, where you just change some parts of the locomotive to represent another locomotive from a different railroad, can work. I can see it working on a Berkshire model, and especially on USRAs. Since on a Berkshire, not gonna lie, most Berkshire locomotives look the same. Just with a few things changed depending on what railroad they're working on. And the USRAs, well, they're the standard. They're like the GP40s, SD40s, and the GEVOs of their day. Every railroad had them. Almost every railroad. Either way, this model is good. And if you see it, you should pick it up. Because the Cheesie Pekin, Ohio marking parts look really good on this model. And just like the Hudson model, it's pretty easy to build. Just gotta follow the instructions. Anyway, that's enough about my ramblings. Thank you guys for watching and have a good day.